Say the real reason puppies love video time, huh? Yeah, see, that's the real reason. Clea, you want to sneak through here and get a cookie too? No, Sully, no cheating. Welcome back, everybody. I don't have any more, guys. See, it's all gone. Everything's gone. I put them up. So the entire time I've been doing YouTube, I get tons and tons of emails and messages listening to people's, frustrations during the puppy stage. I hear a lot of people say, I'm gonna kill the dog. I'm so pissed off that I want to like throw him across the room. I want to smack him, I want to scream my bloody head off, all those types of things. Well, one day this week I reached that point. No, I didn't hit my dog. I didn't throw Sully or anything like that. But I did get very, very frustrated with him because that day he was just constantly slamming into everything in the kitchen. He was a nutter. So I actually had to leave out of the situation. I went and locked myself in a room and just talked to my husband about it. These dogs take a lot of work and it can be very frustrating. I can feel my eye twitching right here. That tells you what kind of week it's been. But I had one just really bad day. We've been walking more often in between all the rain because there's a lot of rain lately. So it's, his chewing has stopped. Some of the bad behavior has stopped, but his spring and his tushy, he really just loves to fling his whole entire body. He made it on top of the stove finally, but slammed into the cooktop, and all I kept thinking is if he breaks the cooktop, I'm gonna have to take him to an emergency room and we're not gonna have a stove. And I always tell people, try your best to stay calm with this breed because I don't feel like cattle dogs, or any dog for that matter, responds well when we, get too stressed out or crazy. But I'm human and humans have breakdowns. We have our mental breakdowns. We have our little cuss out fits or whatever. But even that day when I had my little mental breakdown over, raising a puppy, it quickly switched back into dog mom because he decided to turn it into The Exorcist. He had eaten a succulent that he'd found outside. It was one that got blown off the porch during the windstorm we had, and I didn't get that one. I got most of the pieces, but I forgot one. So he ate a whole succulent. He also ate a ton of pine needles, and he also ate a bunch of my embroidery thread, which I'm not even sure how he got it because, well, I know how he got it. This dog is a climber. He would be great at parkour. He can really navigate the furniture in this house. So even though I had it up high somewhere, he still managed to eat a bunch of embroidery thread. So my day went from total pissed off, I don't know what I was thinking, getting a puppy, to, oh my God, we gotta take care of the baby, because he literally was puking everywhere. And the amazing thing about this dog, or this breed, or any dog, is we really don't deserve them. After all the stress I was giving myself and building up in my own self, he still just wanted cuddles, even before he got sick. And then even after he got sick, all he wanted to do was make sure I was okay. The reason I bring this stuff up is because it's the honest truth. It's how raising a puppy sometimes goes. You have really bad days. There's a lot of back and forth. Even my husband's going through it with real frustration with this dog. But then he does something super cute. No, 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 don't chew the blanket. Oh, God, are you okay? Say, I'm fine. Totally fine. The jumping and nipping is what's really affecting him and my husband's relationship, but it's, and one thing that I forgot that I remembered, a tip about jumping, the vet tech actually did this with him the last visit he had for a weigh-in. He was trying to jump up and nip at the vet tech's hand, and he actually grabbed Sully's paws. I don't know if I mentioned that in another video before, but he actually grabbed his paws and did like a little dance with him and like redirected him in a different direction. And Sully didn't like that. He was like, dude, I'm trying to nip your hand and here you're dancing with me. Like what's going on with that? But that actually kind of deterred the whole nipping thing. And it actually does work sometimes with my husband and him. I just wish my husband would do it all the time, like to see if that would be their thing. You know, most of his, you know, quote unquote bad behavior is, it goes away more when I'm able to exercise him. Now, the days we have to go for shorter walks because we're rushing home to miss the rain, I'm getting really sick of the rain. We actually had a really nice sunny day today, so I'm really excited that we had a really long walk, and you know, everybody's quiet and calm, which is nice. I think he's finally starting to realize that the days we can't do everything I want to do for them, like exercise-wise, that we have to find other things. So he's definitely really clung on to playing with that Kong. Come on, over here. Over here. I know. It's exciting. It's Kong time, huh? Demanding little brat you are. Is what you want? Oh, I know. You ready? I know. Roar, roar. There you go, buddy. And thankfully now when I give him that Kong, he will actually play with it even when all the food is out of it. So he will keep searching and knocking it over for about, I think we're up to about 20 minutes now. So it used to be about 10 minutes and that was it. But he's finally starting to just keep engaging with it for a longer period of time. But it definitely helps. When it comes to him listening to me, that is still an issue. Like, it is a back and forth thing the entire day. Like, there's some days where I'll say a command, you know, just telling him to come here, and he's on it like I got this. And then there's other days where it's just total ignoring. Like, it just, and you can tell that he knows what I'm saying. Like, you can see that he's thinking about listening. Are you really ignoring your mother? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Cookie? Oh, that word you'll listen to. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is now. Sully. Why do you look over there? I'm over here. Treats? You're like, yes, treats? Do you want a treat? I've also started him on a retractable leash. That is still a work in progress, and there's no video of that because it's a work in progress. I can't control the 3 dogs with trying to train him on. Yeah, I can't do it. The first 2 times he was on a retractable, it was a whole mess. But the last few times he's been on it, he's actually starting to practice recall really well with it. Thankfully, he's listening still during walks. Now, for some reason, his pulling has stopped at the beginning of the walks, because I've mentioned that before, that he pulls out of excitement. Now, for some reason, like the last 2 blocks on our way home, he is full on car reactive. Like, he is trying to chase the cars again, and he is full on like just jumping around, not staying in the position that I want him in. I mean, I'm trying to keep him in that position, but he's a very strong dog, so if he pulls one way or jumps one way, yeah, it's frustrating. So, but I don't understand why he's doing it on the way back. Like, it might just be in his head, you know, I don't want it to be over yet, and I'm going to throw a fit, or I'm going to act out. Could be partially that. And I know for sure he is definitely not going to be off leash anytime soon, because that car reactivity, it's not 100% cured. And even his dog reactivity isn't. There are some dogs, we did have a nice encounter today with some dogs through a fence. He actually stood there and sniffed both of them, and I was very proud. Clea almost made it into a bad situation because she had her hackles up. So I kept her back from the situation and just let Sully try to have a good interaction, and he did, and Gypsy did too, and you know, then we went on our merry way. I don't let my dogs like sit for too long if they see somebody through a fence when we're walking. Also, when it comes to sniffing, I give my dogs about 5 to 10 seconds. It's mostly 5, and the girls actually, I think, count in their head during their sniffs, because as soon as I'm about to hit 5, they're already starting to walk again. Sometimes I let them linger a little bit longer. I know there's some trainers out there that say don't let your dog sniff at all. I'm totally against that. It's like, what's the point of going out into the world if you're not gonna let your dog sniff once in a while? It's like, that's what they love to do, is to smell the smells of the world. And I think I've mentioned this before in previous videos, you know, regarding like dog reactivity. To me, training dog reactivity and car reactivity is like the same thing. You are basically trying to redirect them in a different direction and refocus them back on you, and try to only reward them when they're behaving the way you want them to behave in those situations. You don't reward if they're barking type thing. But he did have one breakdown. This is the second time he's had like a mental breakdown. See, dogs, I guess, have mental breakdowns too, where there's a certain house we walk by. For some reason, those dogs, when they bark, it sets Sully into a panic ball mode almost. If you've ever worked in kennels or a grooming or anything, or any kind of place where dogs have, you know, kennels, it's that panic thing where they usually back themselves in the corner and they just start barking like crazy, like, and nothing you say or do helps them. One thing a trainer taught me years ago, if a dog's unconfident or in a panic, you rub their chest. And that's what I do for him during those situations, and I talk to him and try to calm him down. I'm not sure what it is with that particular house of dogs, but and they're not always outside when we walk past that house, but I'm probably going to start reorganizing my route. But so yeah, it's been a little bit of a frustrating few days, week, maybe a week. I don't know, I feel like ever since New Year's or right before New Year's, it's just been like, I never know what's going to happen. like I'm going to wake up today and it's going to either be a great day or it's going to be a crap day or a mixture of it. And we're kind of just at the point of where we really have to stick with training, like daily training, like, which we always have. But it's like, it's almost like we're at the point where it's like we're fighting with him over the training. Like, he's like, no, I want to do it this way. It's teenager. It's a teenage thing. It's, even though he's 6 months old, that's teenage stage. Like, he's a little brat still, but he tries so hard, and that's what, you know, that's what I love, because I can see that. And regardless of any bad moments, he's still doing really well. Like, I've seen other puppies at his age that are just totally off the rocker and, you know, attack everybody kind of thing. He's so eager to meet people when we're out and about, which I love. I hope that sticks. And I'm even hopeful with what I've seen with the dog. I think he's starting to learn it's something that he doesn't need to be afraid of. Do I think he'll be one of those dogs that will just randomly play with any strange dog? Probably not. I don't know, he might. He definitely is social like Gypsy. He wants to, they fight over who gets the first hug when we meet people, which is irritating because they need to learn to sit and wait until they're greeted, and they're both like fighting for that hug. It's adorably annoying. But as always, thank you guys for watching and listening, and just remember, if you get frustrated, walk away. Like, just walk away. That's all you need to do. I got a long walk today, didn't you? Yeah, did you get a long walk? I know, he's my baby. Look at the baby. Look at that baby boy. Yeah, I know, you're like, I was so comfortable. Why'd you pick me up, mama? Huh? Do I get kissed? Oh, you're my kissy boy. I love it when they're this tired and they pass out so easily. That means I did good today. We've achieved our goals.